Hello and welcome to the National Leprechaun Museum here in Dublin, Ireland. My name is Marco Geroy and I am the manager and a storyteller here at the museum, and I'm joined today by my colleague
Misha Odin, also a storyteller at the National Leprechaun Museum. We've been open now for 13 years, since 2010, and we are the world's only cultural institution dedicated to leprechauns and the preservation of Irish folklore. So last year, when we got a visit from Sue, Isabella and Angela Farmer, well, something very interesting came up, didn't it, Mark?
Yeah, these delegates from Mobile, Alabama brought to our attention a news report from back in 2006. But of course, this is something we are already aware of.
Oh yeah, it's one of the most significant pieces of documentary film of the past 20 years.
Yeah, especially for us. I mean, in terms of like social media, nothing else has had the impact, the reach or the views regarding leprechauns as this piece of footage, which was 4 years before the museum here opened. So having that conversation with the delegates from Mobile, we really started to kind of make connections and started seeing it as something more than just a great piece of footage. We started to investigate and look at what is the significance of this and what is the potential that this was a genuine leprechaun sighting. And I think one of the first pieces of evidence we had to look at, Nisha, you were saying
the artist's impression that was displayed during the report. I mean, it's uncanny. You look at this and you just see the leprechaun coming to life in front of your eyes. Unfortunately, we don't have the original.
We don't. We've tried to replicate it as best we can, including the lined paper. But if we had the original, I know we would love to display it.
Great to pour over that.
Here, it would be it would be the true pot of gold. But we're looking at that and some of the other details in the footage and our own knowledge, which is not a small amount. We really started looking at, well, why would there be a leprechaun in the city of Mobile, Alabama?
That's a good question. Like, generally, leprechauns like old things, and it's one of the oldest cities in the United States. Oldest city in Alabama, because it was founded back in 1702, 117 years before the state of Alabama came into existence. And actually, only 1 year later, they threw the first ever Mardi Gras in the States.
And that is one of the key things, because leprechauns are known for enjoying the social elements, partying, music. And it was actually in that footage as well. We see one of the gentlemen showing off this flute that he plays to attract leprechauns. And of course, they are
very drawn to music there.
Oh, big into music. So you've got, like, so much already is coming together. A great depiction of what a leprechaun looks like.
Oh, God.
References to music, references to social gatherings. But obviously you need more than that for the perfect environment.
Well, yeah, because they may like old buildings and such, but they like greenery, they like trees. I mean, it was found up a tree, for one thing.
Yeah, that's
so you need nice green areas in your city to keep them happy. They're not a huge fan of the hustle and bustle of large traffic or anything, so you need those nice wild green spaces nearby for a leprechaun to truly feel comfortable.
Yeah. Because while they do like their gatherings, they are known as solitary fairies.
Yeah, they need their alone time.
They do need their downtime. And of course, in terms of matching the environment from back home, and there was a massive outpouring of people from Ireland in the early 1700s. So understandably, with that amount of traffic, it would have been quite easy for a leprechaun to find their way across there. But when they got there, what would they be greeted with?
Because I mean, like, no offense to the States, it's a little bit warm over there in a lot of places.
Yeah, it wouldn't be the environment we'd be used to here.
And we were quite surprised that a leprechaun would settle in Mobile, Alabama, of all places, until we heard that it's got the most rain of any city in the United States of America. And then suddenly it all clicked.
Everything came together, and what we wanted to do was, having done our initial investigations and dug a little bit further and talked to Sue and the other delegates, we wanted to acknowledge the significance of this sighting, of this report. So what we're looking to do is to reach out to the governor of Alabama, of course, Kay Ivey, and just to acknowledge the area where this was, the significance, the community and the people who were involved in this. And our way, of course, to do that would be to certify the sighting.
We've got here a little mock-up. The official cert is currently being notarized as we speak, but just as a bit of a preview for what should hopefully soon be on its way to you.
Yeah. We'd, of course, like to thank the people of Mobile, Alabama for coming together as a community in the way that they did and for promoting this. I mean, it just sounds like an absolute haven of creativity and imagination, because whatever about a leprechaun being there, it takes a certain type of person to experience that, to be open to experience that. And in terms of the range and how broad this sighting was, it really is a testament to the wonderful people of Mobile, Alabama.
So here's to you, the people of Mobile, Alabama. Hopefully your certificate will be with you very soon.
Yeah, we'd also like to acknowledge, finally, of course, that it is, of course, it is the anniversary.
Oh, it is?
Well, the footage was filmed on the 14th of March. Okay, so we're in around the time, which is also great because we're coming up and preparing to celebrate St. Patrick's Day. So we would like to thank you again for your contribution, and we'd like to wish you a very happy St. Patrick's Day. Slán Abhaile.
Slán.
And I was wondering who can lip read, because I'm going to have the music play.